Hello everybody, welcome back to Huddersfield Town Fan TV. And in today's video, I'm going to be bringing my reaction to the news of the weekend that Sorba Thomas has officially joined Stoke City on a permanent transfer. Yes, that breaking news on Saturday, of course. And obviously we're going to get into it all. But first, before we do get into it, make sure you do drop a like on the video if you can. Subscribe to the channel as well. We are nearly at 900 now, guys. We're 11 away. So if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. And we do bring daily Huddersfield Town content Monday to Friday. And we tend to have the weekends off in the off season. And then, of course, when we do get back into the flow of the season again, we will, of course, be doing a few odd days on the weekend as well, depending on whether I'm going to some of the away games or if I'm, you know what I mean, because the crossover between Saturday Tuesday means that I do have to have I do have to kind of have some content on the Sunday because I don't have enough time to do both my review and preview. You know what I mean? So look. So for the off season, I do just do Monday to Friday, and also make sure you get your comments in down below on this transfer. Sorba Thomas joining Stoke City. But yes, let's just get straight into it then now. As already said, a permanent transfer. Sorba Thomas has officially moved to Championship side Stoke City for a significant undisclosed fee. That's the way the club put it, and it did kind of get me thinking. What does significant undisclosed fee actually mean? Like, how much are we talking here for Sorba Thomas? Because it does seem to suggest that we have got at least over £1 million for him, because I would say that is significant for us. And I think it's great that we've cashed in on a player for that amount, to be honest with you. That, to be quite honest, has been very troublesome since he walked through the door at the club, in my opinion. Yes, he had one good season, that first season he joined. But then, since then, he's been an absolute disgrace. I think it's clear that he had burnt too many bridges as he went along, you know what I mean, with his behavioural issues, his unprofessionalism towards the club. He seemed to have quickly forgotten that we actually gave him a chance in the Championship when he arrived from non-league, but he's just chucked it in our faces as far as I'm concerned. Obviously, he was out on loan in France last season. So yeah, his future clearly was elsewhere. He hasn't really had a future at the club for a while now. It's just because we haven't been able to, get rid of him ultimately, on a permanent basis. But obviously Stoke took him off us now. So yes, that is the news. Obviously, before I do get into my thoughts, I'm gonna kind of go through the comments of our new gaffer, Lee Grant, who said Stoke City have presented the club with a generous offer for Sorba's services, and the player has shown a desire to pursue that opportunity. So it's a deal that works for all concerned. I wish him nothing but the best with his new side. So yes, just gonna kind of break it down and go through each kind of little quote that Lee Grant said. Yeah, again, Lee Grant reiterates it was a very generous offer. So again, does get me thinking. That it annoys me we never know how much we actually get for players. We always put it as undisclosed, don't we, all the time? But so yes, a generous offer. It has to be over $1 million, well into the millions, well into the £1 million mark. I wouldn't be surprised if it was around 1.5 million, £2 million that they've actually offered here, which is fantastic business for us. And yes, obviously it's quite obvious that he said something about he's shown a desire to pursue the opportunity with somebody else. Doesn't surprise him the slightest, with the way he's been carrying on with us and just completely childish. Too busy on social media posting stupid stories about silly things, about what's happening within the club, and just making comments like he has done on social media. He's got a lot growing up to do. Let's be honest. But Lee Grant said, "We've spoken publicly about our desire to have our business concluded as early as possible in this transfer window ahead of an incredibly important summer and pre-season, and that's as true for departures as it is incoming players. The earlier we can have our squad settled and defined, the better." Yeah, I agree, absolutely agree there with what he's saying there. We need to be organised, absolutely. He finally went on to say, "Having this agreed early allows us greater flexibility and clarity in the transfer market as we look to continue our work rebuilding the squad and bringing top-class talent to the club ahead of the new season." Yeah, and then obviously he just said, "Everyone at the club thanked Sorba for his time was still town, absolutely not, but anyway, and wishes him well for the future." So yes, that was Lee Grant's comments on the transfer. Now, I'm going to kind of finish with my thoughts now. Look, I'm not sorry to see him leave one bit. A good footballer on his day, but when the going gets tough, his head drops and he starts to become a bad egg in the dressing room, as far as I'm concerned. I think for me, clearly he showed that he thought he was a lot better than he actually is. And his attitude was abysmal. Great business to get rid of him and cashing on him now, to be honest with you. I'm happy with it. At the end of the day, let's have players at the club who want to be here, not constantly carrying on social media and not and just being completely childish and unprofessional. It's not needed. We simply can't have players with such a big ego who think they're bigger than the club. And to me, he won't be missed. And I think that's all I've really got to say about it, to be honest with you guys. Because like I said, I'm just glad and relieved that he's gone now. Like I said, we want players that want to buy into this project, want to be here, want to actually put in the hard work and actually succeed with the club. Not players that think they're bigger than the club. Can imagine when he was in that dressing room with us, with the squad that was there, that he thought that most players couldn't stand him. He's one of those kind of divisive figures that I think that a lot of players were just, he just upset the dressing room really, the way he is. And yeah, look, great player on his day, but unless he sorts his attitude out, that he ain't going anywhere in this game. To be honest with you, he's not succeeding much. And to be honest with you, he goes to Stoke and does the same there. And I'm afraid, I don't think anybody else will kind of look at him, because I think he has been lucky to get a chance at Stoke, who were in the Championship, because he doesn't really deserve it at all. But he has got another chance with Stoke. If he doesn't take it though, I think he'll be struggling to find another club after that. But yeah, good business and good riddance to this guy. So yes, let me know down below in the comments what you would make of this departure. And yes, make sure you drop a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new. Appreciate everybody watching this, and I'll see you back here tomorrow for some more transfer rumours. Got plenty to kind of discuss this week. There's another rumour that I saw just before I came on recording this video. So yes, got another video planned for tomorrow on a potential departure. So yes, stay tuned for that. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all tomorrow for another video. Take care guys, and thanks for watching.